Yo guys, what is going on, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. So today guys, I have a episode of the podcast. I believe that this is episode 6. I believe that this is episode 6. Gotta check on that actually. I completely forgot. But this one is going to be a redraft. I have not done a redraft on the podcast yet, so I really wanted to. Think it'll be really fun. Let me know if you guys like to see redrafts on here. I think that that's gonna be kind of like a new thing I tend to do on the podcast. The redraft. Yeah, and this is episode 6, I believe. So let's get into this. This is going to be episode 6. I'm going to be doing a 2018 redraft. I am going to be doing just the first round here. I'm really excited to do this. I think that's something a lot of the things I'll be doing on the podcast. I haven't done one in a while, so I do apologize. But like discussions, NBA talk, rankings. I will be doing an updated top 10 player rankings coming, hopefully very soon. Maybe some tiers, but like top 10 player lists, and then redrafts and possibly mock drafts. Not sure on that one just yet, but I think redrafts will be really fun to do on the podcast. So we are going to get this started. The Phoenix Suns originally took DeAndre Ayton with number 1. That is not going to be the case here. They are going to be selecting Luka Doncic. I think any team who had picked number 1 would probably take Luka. Luka Doncic goes number 1. But in that Trae Young deal, I don't think there was any loser or winner. I do think the Hawks got a really good player out of it too in Trae Young. So Luka is in the backcourt now with Devin Booker. They still need to find that center, but they will. I think down the line later in the season, because this is the 2018 year, they'll trade for Kelly Oubre still. And I think that they have a pretty solid young core. They can target center in the years to come and hopefully try and get that playoff push once the rebuild is completed. So I think it's almost done now, the rebuild in Phoenix. I think they're going to be making the playoffs next year, so that is that. The Suns take Luka Doncic. Pick 2. Surprisingly, I will not be having Trae Young go to the Sacramento Kings because they already have De'Aaron Fox. So Luka could have fit there. Slide Buddy Hield down to the 3. Make Bogdanovic to the 6th man, but that could have happened. But Luka went number 1. So Jaren Jackson's going to be going here. They originally took Marvin Bagley. It's not going to happen again. Jaren Jackson Jr. will be going here. He is going to be the new stretch 4 in Sacramento, which I think that they desperately need. Bjelica can come off the bench and be that sharpshooter for them. So, yeah, because I believe this is when they signed him to a deal, I believe. So, yeah, 2008 to 2018. Yeah, so I believe that is what it was. So, Nemanja Bjelica will come off the bench. He'll back up Jaren Jackson, who will be the new stretch 4 in Sacramento. Pick 3 was originally Luka Doncic. The Hawks do have this pick. I'm not going to have the trade-up thing where they traded up. Trae Young will be going to the Hawks. He'll be staying in Atlanta. I think that's the perfect spot for him. He'll be staying there. Pick 4, the Memphis Grizzlies. They originally took Jaren, but he's off the board. Trae's off the board. Luka's off the board. So they will be going with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I think that they are probably at this point looking to trade Mike Conley, Marc Gasol. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he can always play the 2. Slide Dylan Brooks down to the 3 or bring him off the bench. But Shai will be the new combo guard here in Memphis. Conley will be getting traded, and eventually Shai will either take over at the 1 or, like he's doing in OKC, play the 1 and the 2. So Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is in Memphis as the new young star. So the Mavericks are going to be taking DeAndre Ayton at pick 5. It's Dirk's final year, so yeah, they're gonna need a new power forward, or even though Dirk's not really gonna bring them to a championship anymore, but in the future they're gonna need that good center. They're gonna be or power forward. Ayton's more of a center, I would say. So DeAndre Ayton will be going to Dallas. Number 6, the Orlando Magic. They had DJ Augustine starting at the point guard position, and it worked to make them a 7 seed in the 2018-19 season, which is when this draft started. This was the draft before that year. So I think they can get even better with Colin Sexton instead of DJ Augustine starting. Colin Sexton will be going pick 6 to the Orlando Magic. They took Mo Bamba. It will not be happening here again. Colin Sexton will be going to be the new going to Orlando, becoming the new starting point guard. Wendell Carter Jr. at pick 7 is going to stay in Chicago. Yeah, I like him a lot in Chicago. I think that he's the perfect center there. He'll stay there. So pick 8, Cleveland took Colin Sexton, but Sexton is off the board. So Tristan Thompson is the center. LeBron is gone. They need a center. They have Andre Drummond now, but personally, I was thinking about this player going next to the Knicks, but I think that I can kind of see him. You know what? No, I'm going to actually... Yeah, I think we're going to go with this one. Michael Porter Jr. is going to be going here to the Cleveland Cavaliers as the new small forward. Great pickup there. Was not high on him at all. I'll be honest. I really was not high on him at all. Saw him play in the bubble in one of the games. I'm like, yep, I was wrong about that one. I was really wrong about Michael Porter Jr. So, and I admit that. So, let's recap the top 8. The Suns took Luka Doncic. Sacramento Kings, they took Jaren Jackson Jr. Just trying to remember this off my head. I cannot speak today. I'm sorry, guys. Trae Young stays in Atlanta. Shea goes to Memphis. Dallas takes DeAndre Ayton. Sexton 6 to the Magic. 7, Wendell Carter Jr. stays in Chicago. 8, instead of Colin Sexton, Michael Porter Jr. goes. 9 to the Cavs. 9, the Knicks. I was going to have the Cavs take this guy, but the Knicks will. The Knicks will take him. Marvin Bagley. I think he will be a star. If he can really avoid those injuries, I really hope the guy does not get injury prone. I hope no one's injury prone. Injuries are just the worst part of the game, in my opinion. He is going to be going to the Knicks. They get a nice power forward center. He can play either one, kind of like a combo guard. He can be that combo forward, but not the small forward. Cannot play the small forward. Can't play the 3, but he can play the 4 and the 5. Not a great shooter, but he can kind of feast in the paint, and then if they need to slide him down to the 4, I think he's the perfect guy for that. All right, pick 10. Philadelphia here. Let's assume they don't trade this pick. This is interesting. I'm looking here at Dante DiVincenzo, but Kevin Huerter brings shooting. Kevin Huerter. Oh, you know what? Miles Bridges goes. Miles Bridges will be going 10 to Phoenix. They originally took Philadelphia. They originally took Mikal Bridges. They traded him for Jair Smith, who went 16. Philly takes Miles Bridges. That's a good pick for them. 11. Charlotte took Shea. If he was on the board here, I definitely think they would take him again. But he's off the board. So they got to target someone else. Personally, I don't know if they take Devontae Graham because they have Kemba still, but I don't think he's even in their long-term plans. So I can see this one's tough on who they would draft. Because I think the next team will benefit greatly with 2 good picks that I already think they will, or 2 big picks I think they will take. Just kind of thinking who they will take. This one is tough. This one is very tough. You know what? They're going to take Mikal Bridges, I think. So Miles Bridges goes number 1. Mikal goes number 2. Used to think they were brothers, but I do not believe they are. So yeah, Miles Bridges will be going to Charlotte. 12. He will replace who they originally drafted, Miles Bridges. Or they originally traded for. My bad. They traded Shea for him. So 11. Let's go. We'll recap from 8 to 11. 8, Cavaliers took Michael Porter Jr. 9, the Knicks took Marvin Bagley. 10, Philadelphia selects Miles Bridges, and 11, Charlotte takes Mikal Bridges. 12 and 13 are both the Clippers. It doesn't really matter who they take first and then second because they have 2 back-to-back picks. So it doesn't matter who they take with the 12th and 13th pick, I don't think. But 12, they're going to be picking up Devontae Graham. 13, they're going to take Mitchell Robinson. I think that's a draft steal for them. Mitchell Robinson, Devontae Graham, 12 and 13. Both the players go to the Clippers. Denver, Michael Porter Jr., who's originally a top prospect, but he got hurt, so he didn't get taken. I believe, yeah. They're going to be they're going to be picking up Dante DiVincenzo with pick 14. I think that's a perfect spot for him. He's only getting better and better, man. So DiVincenzo will go 14. Could be a nice solid 6-man for the Denver Nuggets. So Washington at 15 takes Troy Brown Jr. in the real draft. I can kind of see Landry Shamet going here. But they do have Bradley Beal. He could be a nice 6-man, which kind of what he is in LA. Or really a 7th or 8th man, because Lou Will and Montrezl Harrell. So you know what? Lonnie Walker? Kind of like that idea here. Yeah, I like that idea. Troy Brown. Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, you know what? Washington's going to stay with Troy Brown. Washington will stay with Troy Brown Jr. because they do need a 3. I mean, Otto Porter's not in their long-term plans. I mean, clearly he wasn't because they traded him to the Chicago Bulls for I don't even remember what they got back. But 15, Troy Brown Jr. He'll stay here. Jair Smith is not going 16 to Phoenix. This right here is I think where Lonnie Walker slides in. I think he will be great in Phoenix. They got Luka and Lonnie Walker. Lonnie Walker can come off the bench for them. I like that pickup a lot. 17, Milwaukee took Dante DiVincenzo, but he's off the board, so that will not happen. All right, this one might be really early, but I think it makes sense. Robert Williams. I think he's gonna go to Milwaukee and be a nice backup center. In this case, Brook Lopez. They weren't expected to be the number 1 seed, I believe, but Brook Lopez is the starting center. He wasn't expected to be this good, so they think Robert Williams can come in here, the Time Lord, and be a nice backup. But then Brook Lopez plays really well, and then, instead of having Robin Lopez as the backup, now they re-signed Brook Lopez in the 1920 season. Instead of having Robin Lopez, have Robert Williams, nice younger, better player in my opinion. He goes to Milwaukee. So the Spurs took Lonnie Walker at pick 18 here. That's not going to be happening. They're going to be taking, I think they're going to get a nice replacement instead of Lonnie Walker and Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter will help with shooting on that team because they don't really have too much shooting there. So he'll go there. So 19, then Kevin Huerter went, but he's off the board now. So I can see Moeeds Wagner. I can see him going here. Oh, okay. You know who's going to go here, though, to Atlanta? The perfect backup point guard is going to be Jalen Brunson. Solid defender. He can help Trae Young with that. He will be going 19 to Atlanta. 20, Minnesota. I can kind of see them redrafting Josh Okogie here. I really can. Svi Mykhailiuk is a notable player who's on the board here still. Shake Milton, I don't think he's going to be taken yet. Amari Spellman, Jacob Evans is still here. But I can kind of, you know what? They're gonna stick with Josh Okogie. Minnesota will keep him. Utah at 21. This is the perfect spot for who I thought would go 19 to Atlanta. Moeeds Wagner. He's gonna go to 21. Grayson Allen's not gonna be picked by Utah. So yeah, I think that's the right move. Having Grayson Allen not be chosen instead of Moeeds Wagner. Yeah. But, I gotta do a recap here. Okay. So 12 and 13, the Clippers decided to take Devontae Graham and Mitchell Robinson. Did I do 11? Yeah, all right. 12 and 13, Mitchell Robinson, Devontae Graham. 14, Denver. They took, did I completely just forget who Denver took? Who they drafted? I think they took Lonnie Walker, right? No, they didn't. Who did Denver take? why am I just blank on this? All right, I'm going to think about that one. But 15, Troy Brown Jr. stays in Washington. 16, Lonnie Walker to the Suns. 17, Milwaukee takes Robert Williams. 18, the Spurs. Who'd the Spurs take? I don't think they kept Lonnie Walker. No, they got Kevin Huerter. 19, Atlanta with Jalen Brunson. 20, Minnesota keeps Josh Okogie. 21, Maurice Wagner to the Utah Jazz. So I believe that I was actually, Lonnie Walker went to the Nuggets, I believe. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, no. What did I just say? Yeah, the Suns took Lonnie Walker. What? Yeah, this is... Oh, gosh. I thought this might happen where I just kind of forget who they took. 14, though. I'm blank on who they took, man. I'm blank on who who I had the Nuggets taking. Why did this happen? Kevin Huerter went to San Antonio. 19 was Jalen Brunson to the Hawks. So who was this player who went? I'm just blank on it, I guess. I guess I'm just blank on it. All right. Try and remember that at the end. I apologize for that, guys. 22 to the Bulls. I do not think Chandler Hutchison goes here. Now this is where Landry Shamet's going to go. He'll be a nice bench piece for them. Maybe he can spend some time in the G League, but yeah, he'll go 22. Because I don't believe I had him going to Denver now. Yeah. All right, 23, Indiana with Aaron Holiday. That can stay. Aaron Holiday can stay there. Indiana, I think that's a good pick. I don't think Anthony Simons, though, goes 24 to Portland. And I think instead, they are going to take... I think they can take a... Yeah. You know what? Yeah, they're going to take a player that they drafted later on. They're going to just keep Gary Trent Jr. Yeah, I think that's a good pick for them. He can be a nice 2/3, 3-and-D kind of guy. I like his game a lot. So the Lakers, Maurice Wagner is off the board. And he was picked up by the Utah Jazz. So the Lakers here, at this time they have Lonzo, they have Ingram, Kuzma, who's coming off a great season. So I can kind of see them taking a center or a backup, a bench kind of player. They're going to be picking up D'Anthony Melton, I think. I think that's the right pick. Yeah, D'Anthony Melton, kind of later than I originally anticipated he was going. But, yeah, he does go to the LA Lakers. And Philly loses Landry Shamet. They miss out on him. They would have loved him. And they missed out on him in that Tobias Harris trade. I think they lost a lot of key shooting. So, let's give them some shooting. They're going to be picking up Svi Mykhailiuk. So, two guys went in the second round, Melton and Mykhailiuk, back-to-back with picks 46 and 47, are now going to be going 25 and 26 to the Lakers and Philly. And they originally were drafted by Houston and the LA Lakers. Yeah, I forgot Melton was picked up by Houston, but then he was traded in the Ryan Anderson deal, I believe, and then sent to Memphis in the Josh Jackson trade. Okay, now, 27, the Celtics are not getting Robert Williams. Who are they going to pick up? I think Gary Trent would have been the perfect player for this. Shake Milton is still here. Amari Spellman. Javon Carter still here. He's solid. This is a tough pick for the Celtics. You know what, though? They're going to take Mo Bamba here. So Mo Bamba does go pretty late. But they're going to take him. They miss out on Robert Williams. They will take him. Yeah, I did kind of forget that Kevin Knox is here. He probably should have gone a little earlier, so... Yeah, I just realized that. But you know what? Maybe not. I think these guys are all kind of better than him. You know, but he'll definitely go 29 to Brooklyn, Kevin Knox. He's just not too good. He's inefficient, so let's hope he can get that field goal percentage higher. And, that everything higher. 29, Brooklyn will take him. So 30, Amari Spellman. I can kind of see him staying with Atlanta. If not, he'd be an early second-round pick. But Shake Milton's going to go to the Atlanta Hawks. So the Hawks did really well. They got Trae Young, Shake Milton, and Jalen Brunson. I think Milton would probably spend time in the G League, and then Brunson would honestly mentor Trae Young with some defense. Yeah, so just about everyone in the first round except Jair Smith and Grayson Allen, Chandler Hutchinson, Anthony Simons, Jerome Robinson were all not taken, but they were drafted in the first round. So, guys in the second round like Devontae Graham, Gary Trent, Mitchell Robinson, Jalen Brunson, Sivy Mykhailiuk, D'Anthony Melton, Shake Milton. They were all drafted in the first round here. So, there it is, guys. First redraft I've done, and I loved it. I really did. I'm going to probably do 2017 next. Yeah, you guys are probably seeing this Tuesday. The draft is Wednesday. So I will be doing a live stream with JWAC and Thunderfan cards. So please make sure to tune into that during the draft. It'll be really, really cool. So yeah, really enjoyed this again, guys. Really did like doing this. I thought it was a lot of fun. So yeah, please make sure to leave a like on this video. Please make sure to subscribe. This has been the Ball Up Podcast, episode 6. Yeah, again, I think that redrafts will be really fun to do here on the podcast. So I really do think that those are nice little fun idea to do on the podcast. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Really appreciate it. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.